Hello everybody, I am Janie the Artsy-Rose and Hello everyone, I am Janie the Artsy-Rose and welcome back to Solomon's main story, shall we? I'm sorry about the last episode. I'm sorry I couldn't make it a complete final half of the last chapter. But to fill in on what happened last time, Dorothy has decided to take up her big responsibility in rebirthing Oz, the land of Oz in particular, and she has everyone's full support. Everyone but Norton, who at this point has yet to rejoin the group. I'm not so sure when this will occur, but it's likely to occur sometime. We just don't know what time exactly. Solomon's main story, Chapter 7, Journey Again. Oh yes, I forgot about this. Wesley has something to tell everyone. Wesley? It was Wesley who'd visited my room. Sorry for coming so late, but I won't take long. Wesley said, sounding a little guilty. Did I wake you? No, I couldn't get to sleep anyway. Don't worry, make yourself at home. I sat on the edge of the bed and gestured Wesley to a chair. All right. When he sat down, Wesley looked away, as if he was uncomfortable. What's the matter? He must have come because he had something to say. Hey, Wesley, did you have something to talk with me about? Well, yeah. Wesley scratched his head and turned back to me. I figured I should tell you just this. Wesley took a good long look at me. From yesterday and today, Rhoda, you should know what Solomon and Norton were all about. Yeah, that was the plot you were talking about, right? Yeah, in any case, now that we're here, don't let your guard down. And Solomon, well, I can't imagine he's lying, but I'm worried about Norton and how he disappeared. Don't know what he's thinking. He was right. Norton disappeared before we could ask what he intended. Don't let your guard down for a second, all right? Not until the rebirth or whatever happens. That means until my birthday. Hey, don't look so worried. Wesley said, sounding a touch panicked. Look, I'm not trying to frighten you or anything. Yeah, I know that. And besides, no matter what Norton tries to do, you've got me and Solomon here. Yeah, he'll be back against the wizards of the south and the north. He'll be up against the wizards of the south and the north. There's no way he'll win. Well, if we have a fair fight, that is. I felt that Wesley's face darkened a bit. What's wrong, Wesley? You're not a fair fighter, Wesley? Is that it? Do you fight dirty? Well, that's probably what he's getting at. Because this is the guy who, well, you do know his background. Wizards, you know, we've all got those unique problems and weaknesses. And if an enemy hits our weakness, well, even Solomon or I'd get laid out. Wizards' weaknesses? Well, yes, remember you threw a bucket of water over him? Does he mean Wesley, Solomon, and Norton all have weak points? We know Wesley's weak point. So, Solomon has a weakness too, then. I can't imagine that perfect, uncriticizable Solomon would have a weakness. Something up, Rhoda? Well, does that mean that Solomon has a weakness too? Yeah, of course he does. There's no wizard in Oz that doesn't have a weakness. What kind of weakness? What, are you stupid? That weakness would cost him his life. He's not gonna blab it out to people so easily. Good point. But Wesley's eyes glinted. This is Norton we're talking about here. Guy thinks of everything. Probably knows Solomon's weakness too. But if Norton hit that weakness, Solomon would... Can't write it off entirely. I can't even think of that possibility. But the scenario pointed out to me that I hadn't considered. I was at a loss for words. Yeah, things are looking pretty ugly. Would Norton go that far, though? Well, hey. As if to point out the awkward air between us, Wesley poured some extra cheer into his voice. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Because, if you just think about it normally, in a fair 2-on-1 fight, we're not gonna get laid out. So there's no point in worrying too much. But still make sure to keep your guard up. That's all I want to say. Wesley stood up from his chair. Thanks for letting me in. Go to sleep. Wesley. Without waiting for my response, Wesley left the room. I can't believe Solomon has a big weakness. I didn't think Wesley was lying, but it was still hard to believe. Just what is Solomon's weakness anyway? The price of being a wizard, the prophecy of Oz's rebirth, what I should do now. That night, as I lay in bed, I had an idea. And the next day, when I woke up, that idea had become strong resolve. You know, for a moment, I was very sure Wesley was actually just toying with her. But then, when you think about it, when you think about the situation, Norton is pretty much the only one capable of taking down Solomon, because he's his closest companion. He was with him through thick and thin as they created Oz and everything that made it, everything that basically made it what it is in this story. So naturally, he would be the only one capable of ruining him. And if push does come to shove, if he came to that point, he might resort to using it. But the question is, well, he has a lot of reason to, but how long would it take him to resort to that means? Solomon, everyone, I have something to say. When everyone gathered in the dining hall, I shared that will. When I'm told I'm the key to this world's rebirth, well, to be honest, I didn't really get it. It didn't feel real to me. Which is why I want to see this world one more time, to travel it myself. What? Are you serious, Rhoda? Of course I am. Seen with my own eyes, walking with my own legs, I want to experience the world of Oz. That's the only way I can think of. To know what I'm able to do. That sure is sudden. Oz furrowed his brow. We don't even know what Norton's going to do, so I don't think leaving the castle would be the best idea. But even so, nothing will come out of just waiting here, am I right? But even so, nothing will just come out of waiting here, am I right? Didn't you get my warning? Didn't you listen to my warning? I told you not to let your guard down. Wait, you said something to Rhoda? Shut up! Get off my back! Wesley turned away from Oz. Please, hold on, you two. Crowley entered the conversation. I agree with Rhoda. Me too. If Rhoda has the key to this world's rebirth, I think it's important that she sees us as it is. I'm on board with that. I just know she'll feel something when she sees the world with her own eyes. You guys aren't thinking straight. Right now, Rhoda is up against the Wizard of the North. A second's worth of thinking should tell you how dangerous that is, no matter how stupid you are. I will not allow such an out-of-turn statement. No, Wesley's right on this. You guys are idiots. Oz, you too! A verbal fight broke out. What do I do? We won't get anywhere at this rate. Be quiet, everyone. Solomon's voice rung through. He had his usual calm expression, but his eyes alone were pointed. As if overwhelmed by the sharpness of his eyes, the five stopped arguing. Allow me to share my view. With that, Solomon looked my way. Oh dear. Even the music stopped. Well, that's not good. So, what could Solomon be thinking at this point? Would he agree with Dorothy, or Hey, here's an idea. What if Dorothy went around Oz to see it with her own eyes, as she had said? Oh, so that's what the dilemma was? If they were to carry out that plan, what if they just disguised her as somebody else? What if they disguised her as a man, or even a maid, or maybe well, anything that would just throw off, anything that could keep her under Norton's radar, because we have a girl who wants to take up responsibility as the key to Oz's rebirth. But if she's to carry this out, she has to be careful. But at the same time, everyone at the castle has to be careful too. Because if Norton were to attack the castle, although I don't really see why he would actually attack the castle, his main objective, his main focus would be getting rid of Dorothy, because she's not a worthy candidate to bring forth a reborn Oz. So if he were to hunt her, if he were to target her, for Dorothy to go out and see Oz, the land of Oz in general, she would literally be setting herself up for trouble. But if she took a disguise, I think that would solve everything. I think that would save a lot of trouble. But knowing Solomon, he probably has a different idea. I don't know what that idea might be. But you're really not gonna know what this idea is until the bloody story loads itself. That's amazing. I wonder why it's so slow today.